friends, today we're going to learn about the technique called pointillism. The artist George Seurat is very famous for this painting titled Sunday Afternoon on the Island of the Grand Jatte. George Seurat had really emphasized overlapping dots to get new colors and textures. You can imagine how large this painting is in real life with the perspective of the man viewing it. It is amazing to see a real pointillism picture in person. There's so much time and effort that goes into this type of artwork. Today we're going to learn the technique of pointillism. Obviously, from what materials you see here, you can use any material that has color and something to apply your color with. I am going to be using Q-tips or markers. If you have these dot markers, those work great too, depending on what look you're going for. Pointillism is a technique that originated back in 1886 by some of the Impressionist artists. It's a technique that is applied all in dots. It's very therapeutic to do. It's very relaxing, in other words. And what we're going to do today is just practice the technique. Okay, for this lesson, you're going to need a Sharpie and your markers of red, yellow, and blue, and then your secondary colors of orange, green, and purple. And the first thing you're going to do is you should do this with a pencil on your paper. I just need you to make a great big Y. And then I like to turn my paper upside down and make a second Y. And then I'm going to put it back to the right direction here. And you can then make your umbrella connecting all of your triangles. After you're finished with that, I'm going to go ahead and make the person, which is just sort of a triangle coming down underneath. You don't see her head or his head, but you could, if it's a girl, have some little hair coming down to represent that the girl's head is underneath there. And I always like to make 4 lines coming out of the dress, and then I make some fun rain boots that I'll make very colorful later, and they can overlap each other. And then don't forget some sort of a ground line back here. When you're finished drawing your person, which of course you could certainly draw a hand coming up and holding the umbrella if you wanted to, just sort of like a little arm coming around, but entirely up to you. Next step is to Sharpie everything. Okay, and I just talked a little bit about what pointillism is, so that's what we're going to be doing to create our color wheel umbrella today. So stay on the lines the best you can, and you'll Sharpie everything. And I'm gonna eliminate the arm because I'm not a fan of it, but you can leave it on there if you like it. It's entirely up to you. And like I said, the rest of this you will get to color however you want with your markers, but focus on the pointillism technique for the umbrella. So I'm gonna start with my red, knowing that I have to do the whole thing in dots. Try not to ruin the tip of your marker, so sometimes I like to kind of hold it off to the side. What's gonna go next? Think of the rainbow. Red, then orange, then yellow, then green, then blue, then purple. So in between your orange and your red, you're gonna make a red-orange, pretty much right on that line to make those intermediate colors. Now, the fun thing about pointillism is that color theory that George Seurat talked about, where when you overlap the colors, you make new colors. So that's what we're gonna try to do here, right on the line. So I am gonna go ahead and put some more red near that line to make a nice red-orange there. And I'm also going to put some red along this side of the line to make my red-violet when I get there. The more dots you have, the darker the color. But you don't want to do so many dots that you can't tell it is done in dots. So it's kind of tricky. So of course I would do this with my red, or with my orange next, and I'm gonna continue using my marker here, my orange marker, and again overlap that line a little bit so that when I get to my yellow, guess what color I'm making? A nice yellow orange. So I'm gonna continue dotting here. And I will show you the finished project. All right, so we are continuing to dot and I'm almost done. Remember, I'm overlapping my intermediate colors here right on the line so that blends nice. I've been dotting for quite a while now, and it is all, like I said, it's a little therapeutic once you get doing it. You can put on some nice soothing music, but really it's important to keep them dots, not lines. You don't want them to look like hatching lines. So make sure that you can keep them close together to get a nice bolder color too. And there you have it, a nice pointillism color wheel. Now some kids like to do the outfit in a different technique because their hands get tired. I get it, but you can also do the gown or the dress or the raincoat in the lawnmower technique and overlap your colors slightly to get those red, orange, yellow, green, blue, green colors as well. If you overlap them slightly like I'm doing here. It's kind of a fun way to do it too. Otherwise, you can color it however you want. Again, entirely up to you. Sometimes kids like to do it with polka dots, making a different kind of pattern. I'm just doing a rainbow design here today. Boots I might do in polka dots. So I love rain boots. You can see them in such different colors in the stores. Sometimes I like to make little puddles down here too, make it look like it's raining. However, I like to eliminate the rain from the picture, otherwise it looks scribbly, so I would not incorporate a bunch of raindrops. It looks a little bit, what do I say, messy, I guess would be a good descriptive word for that. But there you have it. I would probably come in here and finish up my legs. Don't forget to write your name on your paper. All right, can't wait to see how yours turn out. I hope you enjoyed this pointillism technique, and I hope you all finished it too. All right, have a good rest of your day. I hope you had fun doing this pointillism lesson, and I found it very therapeutic and relaxing. I hope you did too. Remember, art is essential.